So for the longest time, I've been talking about the Maverick as one of the better base game shotguns in the game because it's actually really good. It can shoot through crowds of enemies. It has a lot of pierce. You're only firing 2 shots before you have to reload, but can eliminate a whole horde in front of you at once. It's kind of like the Pulsar 9000 or the Woofer if you want some similar shotguns, or the Staccato Shadow even. Link to those videos down below. This weapon can also go through shielders, and that is one of my favorite things about this weapon. It shares that property with the Big Shot. There's another weapon to check out because the fact that this weapon is a crowd clearing weapon means that it's not that great versus single target. That's not its strong suit. We're going to be making up for that today with double crit damage and totally rocking out, but its main thing is shooting through crowds, and that can make it really, really useful. And it's a base game shotgun. It's available almost every single day in the missions. I'm talking about it all the time, so let's talk about the actual loadout. First and foremost, double crit damage. That's kind of the theme of today's video. If I'm enjoying this enough, I might run it a more normal build in the next part, but at least for now, I'm running double crit damage with water, because we're in a fire zone, reload, affliction, very, very basic stuff, and then this loadout is going to surprise nobody. Buckshot Raptor in the lead. He's level 100 in the collection book. If you don't have him, up in that crit damage by a ton. Totally rocking out, or else this loadout would be terrible. Critting 10% of the time is not what I'm up for. We got sub wafers just so I can activate the team perk whenever. Totally rocking out is currently bugged in this version of the game where you need to wait the full 8 seconds before you can reactivate Totally rocking out. So it's kind of not that great. It's not that trustworthy to eat the sub wafers, but I'll try it anyway. And then we got Battle Beat, which if I put down some traps or if I'm eliminating enough enemies, she can activate my team perk and get that going. Shell Shock just for some extra damage, because of course. And then we got Explosive Rounds, which is honestly one of my favorite things to throw into a shotgun build. We already have a ton of crowd clearing, but this should just help get a little bit more crowd clearing. If we kill 6 enemies at once, they'll all explode, which is really, really great. And then we got Locked and Reloaded because we're going to be reloading a lot. It's going to make a lot of sense to have that really standard shotgun build. So let's just hop in game and try it out. If you're wondering why I was a chair, it's because of the stream chat. You know, Twitch link down below if you want to be a part of the fun. Let's see. We got a whole crowd of enemies here just bullying me while I walk around them. Let's see how much damage we can do all at once. Yeah. Versus basic enemies, it's just easy annihilation. You just aim through the crowd and everything dies all at once, and that's basically what this weapon's good for. All right, perfect. We got an encampment, 2 of them right next to the defense. Let's see the single target damage. Okay, healing death burst is healing it back up, but then it just, okay, died anyway. Okay, the single target damage is meant to be the fault, the drawback of this weapon, and I am not observing that to be a major issue. You can see the range on this weapon. Okay, it's actually pretty good. I was expecting it to be worse than that. Let's cue the next encampment. All right, little healing pad just to get me back to full. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Just going right through the shielders. Gone. Just like that. Range, actually kind of okay. Oh, yeah, we got a little Jigglypuff alert and the war cry, I think. I don't even know. There's a lot going on in the stream chat today. They're getting a little crazy because we've been having fun with the alerts, and this is amazing. This is honestly great. So, yeah, can't go through these Riot Huskies. I'm just sort of demonstrating this for the intro clip and for you guys right now. But if you just sort of navigate around them, it's not too bad. As long as you actually crit, you can actually do enough damage to kill, I would think. Yeah, single target damage I mentioned, not the strongest aspect of this weapon, but the crowd clearing speaks for itself. All right, you know, I was going to replay that encampment, probably still will, but I found another one on the way, so we're just going to do this one too. And this time, I'm going to, oh, nice, another shielder one. So let's see here. We got the wolf right there, cutting right through everything, right through the shielder, into the actual, like right through the bubble and onto the shielder itself. Just eliminates everything all at once. Isn't this beautiful? I don't even have Totally Rocking Out active. That's just how easy it is to eliminate everything. And that's actually a big deal. I really need to be paying attention to that. Battle Beat doesn't necessarily re-up it, as it's, you know, not exactly working right, the team perk. You can see when I'm not critting, it's kind of a big deficit, but it eliminated everything. I think that affliction cleaning up the enemies is going a long way there because, yeah, you can see when it's not critting, it's bad. But when it's one enemy, I don't want to waste a wafer. This weapon's actually kind of shredding. All right, I'm here to get revenge. I want to use my war cry this time. Let's see. Let's, there we go. Pop the war cry, and let's see how instantly we can kill everything in front of me. I need to, like, pay attention to the Totally Rocking Out, because I want to make sure I have that active when I'm shooting stuff. So here we go. Pop a wafer again. Kill that guy right there, because the Riot Huskies give me a lot of trouble. Then I've got teammates who don't care that I'm recording a video. There we go. And the affliction is so good. All you have to do is, like, ping them. Yeah, the range is quite limited on this. But then the affliction, easy. Oh, wow. Almost a million damage. If you shoot through a crowd of enemies, that's a million damage for every single target in front of you. That's awesome. Like, this is really, really good. This is Death Bomb, Healing Death Burst, and it's annihilating everything. Oh, yeah. Affliction. Just free damage. It's free real estate. All right, the defense begins. Now, I'm not even entirely sure where I want to focus, but I want to get crowds just like this. I want to shoot through lots of targets all at once. Yes, yes, yes. In a perfect world where Totally Rockin' Out is actually functioning properly, it's self-sustaining to just murder a bunch of enemies back to back to back. As of course, Battle Beat and Fumble would just be re-upping the perk all the time, but this is okay too. This is okay too. I put down a couple electric fields to hopefully activate the team perk fairly often, but yeah, seeing as a team perk, oop, that's a wrong misclick there, is because the team perk doesn't heal me appropriately, I'm gonna have to be putting down healing pads all the time, and I think I should just do that. Look at this, I can just drop it just like that, heal almost to full, eat a thing, and two-shot the zappy phase. This is great. Honestly, I said single target damage would be the area where this weapon struggles, and I'm pretty impressed. Like, it's only critting with a headshot, like we saw on the Mimic, about 1,000,000 damage, which, as far as shotguns go, that's not that much, because there are semi-auto shotguns like the Ground Pounder and the Huskbuster. I cannot make a shotgun video without mentioning those weapons and plugging those videos. But those weapons are semi-auto. They can hit for over 1,000,000 damage over and over and over and over and over. However, they don't have the crowd clearing. So the fact that this weapon can be just a tsunami wave of damage is really impressive. And as I've said a million times, this is a base game weapon that anybody could pick up for free. Like, you just got to run a mission and grab it. So at about 1,000,000 damage, it'll kill a Smasher in about 5 crits, which is not too much when I'm reloading every 2 hits. But maybe if we see a Smasher, we can kind of see that in action. Let's see, we got a crowd of enemies right here. There we go. I dig it. I dig it. Let's wait for something. Yeah, I'm going to go find that Smasher. All right, he was right behind me all along. There we go. 1 hit, 2 hits. Yeah, it's about what I expected. About 5 crits is what it takes to take down a Smasher. Maybe 4 if you wait a couple of seconds, because that affliction damage will continue taking damage while I'm reloading. And that's a really good feature of this weapon. Look at this. You got a crowd of enemies just sitting down on the hill, getting pushed back by the tire traps, and then you're just eliminating them all at once. This is awesome. If you have a teammate that's running Constructor and they've got their decoy down, you can just be a brilliant addition. Then with the Warcry, it's doing even more damage. Yeah, I typically try to stay away from using my Warcry when demonstrating these weapons because I don't want to over-demonstrate. But we've already seen what this weapon's capable of without any help, and I think the Warcry wasn't too big of a deal there. Because if you have the Warcry, you got to use it. In fact, I just posted a video recently as of recording this. I don't know when this video is going live, but it was featuring a minigun loadout that featured an infinite minigun and infinite Warcry. And coming off of that video recently, it's inspired me to, like, you know, use my Warcry whenever I... That is so scary. Oh my god. I'm leaving this in the video too. That is a Stream Loots card. Something people on stream can do is they can buy these Stream Loots packs and scare the crap out of me. You guys on YouTube hopefully got a warning from my editor, but I did not. Recording these, had no idea that that was about to happen. So if you ever want to scare the crap out of me while I'm recording a video on stream, Twitch link down below. Now, taking account of my situation here, I don't have any wafers, and my traps aren't activating Battle Beat that much, so I'm kind of struggling right now. I might take a pit stop and go loot some wafers, because I am useless without them. This feels like when you have to go do chores while your friends are inside watching a movie or something. Like, I have to ignore the defense while I'm out here mining metal, trying to get wafers. This is terrible. Oh yeah, this is what I need to find more of. Shopping carts. That's an easy thing to mine. Honestly though, these things that you have to search, I can never break them for sub wafers. How do you guys in the comments feel about that? Because I get it. You know, if you break them, they're metal, they'll give you wafers, but like, I don't wanna. I want to loot them. I want to get the other things they drop that I can keep with me from mission to mission. All right, better late than never to come on and kill the mini-boss. You're welcome, team. I was very useful. Oh my gosh. I have never had to take like a pit stop in the middle of a video. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run this weapon again. I think I'm going to use up these wafers, murder the stuff while we're here, and then I'm going to actually reuse that healing pad. I did not plan on doing that, but I want to use this weapon with a crit rating perk because I feel like that's the way you want to do it. You want to use this weapon with a loadout that allows it to be always useful and not reliant on wafers. And I think I can take the wafers out of the build, rely on Fumble and Battle Beat, and that's where I can get my my damage, because relying on crits with a weapon like this that shoots as slowly as it does is not always the best way to go in my opinion, and I think that'd be a smoother way to run it. So let's cut to that now. Alright, I ran a poll in the Twitch stream and they voted on a Blast from the Past build. So we're going to use this weapon kind of the most normal way you possibly can. Crit rating, crit damage, that's pretty good. I don't like crit builds on shotguns, but triple damage isn't going to magically one-hit everything, and because we're running Blast from the Past, I'm going to run Shrapnel in the lead. We're going to get a flat 50% damage bonus to every single shot. We're going to get Saurian Hides so I can actually stay alive. Saurian Might, and then as much as I love explosive rounds, staying alive is also nice, so I'm going to run Coconuts to take care of that. Then we got crit damage and support, locked and reloaded because we're going to be reloading a lot. And that's pretty much it. Let's just hop in game and see how a more normal build performs. Let's do some casual murder out here. There we go. Wow. Yeah, so I was kind of noticing this while I was shooting stuff while I was collecting coconuts, that the damage is still great. Like, this is a blast from the past build. We're super tanky, super protected, healing all the time, and everything is going down with ease. And it's kind of an interesting conversation about breakpoints, where even if we're critting not quite as hard as Totally Rocking Out with double crit damage, we're still doing enough to... I never crafted a new copy, did I? So I just realized while I was recording that I was not critting as often as I expected to because I never crafted the new copy. I re-perked it and everything and have just been eliminating things so smoothly that I didn't even notice. And honestly, I'm just impressed. Like, I totally would have expected critting 10% of the time to be instantly noticeable and a huge letdown, but it just kind of worked. So you can see when I'm critting more often, it's obviously significantly more consistent, doing a lot more normalized damage. I'm not critting nearly as hard, but I'm critting more often, and that's smoothing everything out. And I'm super tanky and perfectly alive. So whether you want to run it double crit damage, just Totally Rocking Out, or Blast in the Past, it's honestly just up to you. I can't say that any one way is better, but yeah, running it with double crit damage and no Totally Rocking Out. I can't believe that worked. Yes, thank you, chat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm impressed by this weapon too. All right, now I've got Blast in the Past and I can actually survive. Oh, we've got a beautiful choke point over here. Yes, this is great. Even with Healing Death Burst, we are just winning right now. In fact, rather than pushing forward and killing more enemies, I almost want to just wait for them to come to me. This is the beauty of the Maverick. What we're observing right now is exactly what this weapon is great at, and I am impressed. Like, I've been saying I'm impressed this whole time. I feel like I don't get a lot of pushback on the Maverick. I don't get a lot of people disappointed in my suggestion, telling me it's bad, but I don't honestly see it used a lot. When I play with people who come onto my game from the stream, if you're on my friends list, you can play with me sometimes. I don't see the Maverick get used. It's just not a normal shotgun that I ever see or hear about, and I feel like I'm always defending it, and I haven't actually used the weapon in years. The last time I ever used the Maverick was my best perks video from like 2019. It was not recently, and it's cool to see this weapon holding up after all this time because this is a beautiful showcase. If I'm, making a YouTube video like right this second and I want to showcase this weapon, this right here is exactly what I want. This beautiful cone right here. They're all walking up the same slope. I can pop a war cry just to eliminate everything a little bit easier. And look at that. Even Healing Death Burst, he gets impacted off the wall, but it doesn't matter. Affliction's going to finish him off in a second here. This is awesome. I can eat the coconut because I'm getting low on health. Not a big deal. Right back up to full, and I'm doing 16% more damage while I'm at it. Now I've got a smasher to do with. This is where that disclaimer earlier where I said this is not a single target weapon comes into play because it is going to struggle against the smasher hard. Honestly, if you were running this weapon normally, you would probably want a secondary shotgun like the Huskbuster on the side to eliminate these smashers. In fact, let's do that right now. Okay, I was totally expecting to go off the map right there. This is double crit damage. That's not very helpful. Didn't I just supercharge a copy that had normal perks on it? Why is it double crit damage? Why do I always do this to myself? All right, I have a double boiler with normal perks, so let's get that going here. I think I just tried to craft a double boiler that was in my inventory. I am just a mess today. And then I come back and all the enemies have abandoned me. Oh, and then I come back and they're right here. So this is where you might want to use a weapon like the double boiler. Link to that video down below. You guys can see if you shoot one enemy, the steam cloud just does a tremendous amount of damage. So that's another weapon you might want to check out after this video ends because the double boiler is super strong. But once the enemies are gone, double boiler's crowd clearing really only comes from the steam cloud 6 perk. Like, it does okay. Trust me, it's fine. But Maverick being better suited for these crowds is probably a weapon you want to switch to. Here, let's do this. Let's do War Cry and the coconut. Switch to that. See how much damage we can... Yeah, it kind of annihilates. It just does a tremendous amount of damage. The steam cloud might even be counterproductive in a mission like this where we have Healing Death Burst because that healing cloud or that oh my goodness, the steam cloud, there we go, is going to heal all the enemies because they're going to die on top of each other, and it's kind of counterproductive, but it's honestly just how you have to deal with stuff. Some weapons do really well in Healing Death Burst missions, some don't. Healing Death Burst is one of the trickier modifiers in the game, and while I don't love recording with Healing Death Burst, it makes weapons look really, really bad. I kind of just have to deal with it some days because we only get 5 160s, and there are only 5 options when I go to record a video, and sometimes I just have to work with what I've got. Realistically, though, healing death burst is something we're all going to encounter in our missions day to day, and I think showcasing a weapon in a realistic scenario is fair to you guys as a viewer. If you guys were going to try out this weapon on my suggestion, you might be stuck with the same mission I am, and honestly, it's holding up perfectly fine. Like, I'm excusing this weapon's performance, and I don't even know why. I'm not even touching my coconuts because it's doing just fine. This is why I've always, for a long time, I used Shrapnel Headhunter instead of Buckshot Raptor because of the consistency. You can see I'm not relying on crits. I mean, I kind of am, but it doesn't need to be a crit because I'm normally doing plenty of damage. So even when I'm not critting, I'm successfully whittling them down bit by bit. However, when you're using Totally Rockin' Out, Buckshot Raptor, like on average, is hugely stronger. When you are upping your crit rating by a ton and doing significantly more damage because of it, Buckshot Raptor is the commander you want. It is not even close. He is significantly stronger, but in a mission, like in a loadout like this where you're running Blast in the Past, you can see Shrapnel Headhunter doing just fine. Oh, look at that. Krypton sword? What is going on over there? Is that the Stormblade build? Link that down below. Oh, no. Oh, it's trap vulnerable. What a note to end on. All right, I'm rage quitting this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the videos at the end. I recommended a lot of videos in the description down below, and I mean it. I'm not just spamming videos. A lot of them are related, and they might be interesting to you. So if you want to continue your YouTube binge, why not one of my videos? I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. And then...